Hello, peoples, and today we are doing the cleaning simulator Iceberg. I know this game is fairly old, but it recently started getting updated again, so I figured I'd cover it. So, in this video, we will be going over a majority of the info in this game, ranging from stuff like the big fork, the floors being randomized, to secret cleaning tools. And let's get into it. So, starting off, we have the fact that the floors are randomized. So, the way the floors work in this game is set by a variable. Where like after floor 4, all the floors become random, and during this, like you can see a lot of the character. You can sometimes see random stuff happen occurring. And this also applies for the candles too, for Carry the Cake, where all the candles are randomized in terms of placement. Briblico. Briblico is the creator of Cleaning Simulator, Robot 64, and the fast food game. I don't remember the name. But there is a lot of Briblico games, and they like to do silly stuff with it. And when they do stuff, they usually like make it themed after it. Like there's Briblico mentionings in the game. Like in Cleaning Simulator, there's mentions of Briblico all throughout the game. Briblico Parking. Briblico Parking is a place right next to the big Briblico company building. Assumingly, this is where the employees of Briblico go to park every morning when they go into work, like the receptionist, the snotty second floor dude, the guys in floor 3, and the teacher and stuff like that in the further floors. References. Some of the references in the games are pretty cool. Like there's like, for example, like there's a Wii in the disco guy's room. But there's a lot of cool references in this game, and I recommend just playing it yourself if you want to know them. Todd. Todd the Turnip is the character you get when you first play the game. Other characters can be unlocked, but we'll get to that once we go into the next category. Todd the Turnip probably has the most lore out of any character in the game, as they have an established family, multiple skins, and have like their own stuff. Like as shown in the raw turnips category when you go to the parents thing. Now we move on to the tip. The badge obtained characters. Badge obtained characters are the characters you can only get via unlocking by a badge. So some of these characters include Chris the Cherry, Lucas Lemon, Charles the Cheese Wheel, Paige the Pepper, Carrie the Cake, Germs Jr. Germs Jr. will be more important later. Barry the Blueberry, and a few other characters. Those characters all can be obtained via just doing random stuff in the game. Like for Lucas Lemon, you have to put a mug into a garbage can with a lemon. For Chris the Cherry, you have to get 3 little X's found around the map and dig it up with a shovel. Germs. Germs will go into spoilers, so if you don't want to know it, I'll give you 3 seconds to get off. 1, 2, 3. Germs Jr. No, not Germs Jr. Germs is the final boss of the game, which is assumingly a big blob made out of one singular eyeball, a huge amount of dirt, and water. His name used to be unknown, but this is what I personally think. His name is Germs, as according to Germs Jr., he's like a kid almost. And for some reason, Germs Jr. has a tie. Theoretically, could Germs Jr. be the CEO? Endings. The endings of the game might seem weird because the ending seems to be the same for every character. But that ain't the important part. When you beat a game with any character, there's a screen that appears at the end of the game where it shows whatever character you played as. And there's one for every character in the game. As the most time I recently played it, a couple of the characters are broken in this category, such as Chris the Cherry, which just defaults to Lucas the Lemon's ending. Into the Waters. Plushies. Now, when I say plushies, I don't mean like actual like plushies, like stuff you could buy at a store. Next to where the pool area is, or the basketball court, which we'll get into later, there's this little machine that you can dispense 15 Robux in, I might be wrong. And you get, it's essentially a donation to the deads. And by doing it, you get this little character plushie. And there's a character plushie for every character in the game. And they make special noises depending on what character. Like, if you use Scoob, it makes this weird Scoob sound. And if you use Barnabas the Bubble, it will say, "Oh, dude, gnarly." And stuff like that. Game Pass characters. Game Pass characters are characters you can only obtain via getting the More Characters Game Pass or the Even More Characters Game Pass. These characters include Carter the Carrot, Cody the Candy, Gold Todd, Silver Todd, Relish, Scoobus, which was most recently added, Barnabas the Bubble, Isaac the Ice Cream, and Scrumbobulus the Scrumbobulus. That's like an human to human. But anyway, so I'll get into why. So the reason why Scoobus is significant is actually on this thing, the Todd the Turnip toy. The Todd the Turnip toy was something was like similar to like the Roblox little containers you could buy that give you like a singular character. And with these little characters, you could like get these little codes that you can input into Roblox, which you can get like a UGC item from. One of the little toys you could get was a Todd the Turnip toy, where it came with a code, a spray bottle, a mop, a wet floor sign, and Todd the Turnip himself. Todd the Turnip was possibly the most unique out of all these, having like bendy arms. But the code is the most significant part, as you would get the bag of mixtapes item. And if you equipped it and went into a cleaning simulator, you would unlock Scoobus the Scoobus. Scoobus the Scoobus is one of the weirdest characters in the game. He has this weird face. He has a few weird skins, like he looks like making him look like Todd, him being golden, him being silver, and this weird moon thing. The summer event. Anyway, I forgot to go over the Big Fork. Back up into the waters. Big Fork. The Big Fork is this place that you go into at the end of the game. It's like a restaurant, and you actually can't enter it until after being the game. You can still get all the collectibles inside. It's just really annoying. Now, I forgot to say, we were in the center when we went to the Todd the Turnip toy, but oh well. The summer event. The summer event happens around every 4 years around August. I know, really, really weirdly specific. Every single time there's a summer event, a Game Pass would appear for Isaac the Ice Cream, called just the Isaac the Ice Cream Game Pass. And it would just give you Isaac the Ice Cream as a character. Basketball court. The basketball court, as I alluded to earlier, you can actually only get with a specific requirement, and you have to have tougher job mode on. The reason why? Well, it's because of the pool was possibly the easiest thing to clean in the whole game. All you need would be a singular spray bottle, and given the fact that there's a watering thing right next to you could just get it done in like a minute. And the basketball court replaces it all with the mop and the spray bottle with no watering thing near. So you have to make it all the way back to the shed and keep on doing stuff like that over and over again, which makes it harder to clean. The base. Lore. The lore is kind of vague. Like, there's characters like Dave, who I'll get into later, that keeps on getting mentioned. The garbage man, who's a little dude with a garbage bag over his head. The kids in the game, like the kid in the kid who just tells you stuff. The kid in the water, and the cactus kid near the pool. Not the other. It's a different pool. It's like an inflatable pool. And what in the world? There's a lot of weird stuff when it comes to this. Barnabas the Bubble. Barnabas the Bubble is a character that was used to only be available for a very brief period of time via a collab, and you can only get it via a very specific thing. And with that specific thing, you can actually, like, once you do this very specific collab, I was not around playing the game when this collab happened, so, but during that collab, you could get Barnabas the Bubble. But now he's just part of the even more characters Game Pass, like Scubus. Secret characters. The secret characters are characters you can only get in the game via specific things, being Shadow Todd and Blocky Todd. Shadow Todd, you have to press the little B start thing on the main menu, and it will show your character as Shadow Todd. Blocky Todd you can only get after being in the game on Tougher Job, and you have to double click on the Minesweeper thing to select it in your character category. Also, if you select these characters, they will not permanently appear in your little character selection thing. You have to do this little mechanism every time. The bottom. Dave. Dave is a character who gets repeatedly mentioned throughout the game. Like, he gets mentioned as a little cameo guy. Like, in the description of the game, it says, "Don't tell Dave." And, like, Dave was here, don't tell the others. Like, there's, like, signs that talk about him, and he's really vague. I'm assuming he's, like, that man near the trampoline. Secret cleaning tools. Secret cleaning tools are the special tools you can find out the game that actually make the game easier. Like, inside one of the pillars in Biblical Parking, you can find a special spray can. It's just a spray can where you can get a spray bottle that shows you where every single dirt mess is. There is one for the mop too, but it's kind of useless to use, as you can only get it after being the final boss, or actually really use it after getting the final boss. Unless you beat the game before finishing up, like, the Clean Boy achievement or a Tougher Job achievement, it's really useless. The green ones don't really do anything special. They just look cool. And there's also a gold mop. There is a gold spray bottle, but it doesn't do anything. It's just on display in the museum floor. And I believe the red spray bottle, which you can only get by getting the achievement for Crystal Cherry, allows you to actually push yourself upward by spraying downward, which is actually really helpful for doing some bugs, like getting to the very top floor when you really shouldn't be up there via the Moon Gravity Game Pass. The final thing, the emoji characters. The emoji characters may seem like a weird category to play here, but they consist of William the Woeful, Finn the Flushed, Ferris the Friendly, and William the Weary. William the Weary and Finn the Flushed are actually scrapped right now. You can't get them. But the other two are. It's really weird to get the other two, as for Ferris the Friendly, you have to type in Flusqued instead of Flushed or Weary like how you used to do with William the Woeful or Finn the Flushed. You have to type in, for Ferris Friendly, you have to type in Flusqued. And then for William the Woeful, it's way more weird. I just have to type in Axitite. I don't know what any of it means, but it unlocks you secret characters and stuff. But you cannot, you can, as same with Blocky Todd and Shadow Todd, you can't select them normally. Also, expect today a video where I show off every character and all of their skins, as I actually have every character. So stay tuned for that. See y'all later, peoples. And y'all were a great audience today. Thanks for watching. Also, sorry for the weird mic audio on my video for FNAF World Refreshed. I didn't know that my mic volume was turned downward, so goodbye.